Hello, BookTube. It is Benjamin Barnes here. As you can tell, I've changed my channel name from Mad Misanthrope Books because it was just a very nasty name, I guess. And you just saw the spirit float by. I'm joking. These are my favorite books for this year. I think it's all right here. So let's get this started. Signet Classes, The Paradiso by Dante Alighieri. This is the third section of the book of the Divine Comedy. Anybody who loves any kind of poetry would definitely really enjoy this. Talks about the revolt of the angels. So, this is a joy. I gave us, I think, 4 stars. I don't like this copy because it does not have the medieval Italian in it, but it is okay. It says, Dante's ultimate vision of universal harmony and eternal salvation. That's the paradise. In the Inferno, Dante journeys to the depths of evil and the true nature of sin. In the Purgatorio, he explores the renunciation of sin. Now, in the Paradiso, the final canticle in the Divine Comedy, Dante shares the ultimate goal of human striving, the merging of individual destiny with universal order. At one of the towering creations of world literature, this epic discovery of sublime truth is a work of almost mystical intensity, an immortal hymn to God, nature, eternity, and above all, the love that moves the sun and other stars. So, if you like classics, definitely check out the Paradiso. And this one, I don't think any year would be complete without adding this. This is just, generally speaking, one of my favorite books. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. And I think that's pretty self-explanatory for anybody who's ever even vaguely heard it. I hated Peter Jackson's movies, but I loved the little 30-minute cartoon narrated by Leonard Nimoy. Go figure. Constantine, movie novelization. I mean, yeah. This was a little bit better, a little bit more in-depth, a little more information, and this led to me reading quite a few of the Hellblazer comics. I don't remember if I reviewed it or not, but this was pretty good. I think I gave it 5 stars. If you've seen the movie, you really don't need to read this unless you want to know a little bit more about what's going on. As you can tell, it's got Keanu Reeves on the front cover. The Hermenia translation of the first book of Enoch. This is a Ethiopian sacred book. Christ. The apostles, I believe, actually quoted this in the New Testament. I enjoy this. I love having a copy of this. I think this one cost me $18, so it was really worth it. I love this. I'm just going to open it up and just show you guys what I mean. As you can tell, it's broken into chapters like most. Let's see if you can see. Let's just get it like this. See? And on the duty of their distress, there will be rest on the earth. And before them they will fall and not rise, and there will be no one to take them with his hand and raise them. For they have denied the Lord of spirits and his anointed one. Blessed be the name of the Lord of spirits. This is an Old Testament-ish book. If anybody interested in any kind of theology, Christianity, or Judaism, I would definitely encourage you to check this out. This is a reference for the days of Noah. This book was written before the Great Deluge, which is a fun word to say, the Great Deluge. What Dreams May Come, I did put a review of this book up. I absolutely love this book. It's by Richard Matheson, who is really well known for writing I Am Legend. But this was a really good one. As you can tell, there seems to be an occult overtone to all my favorite books this year. Go figure. And finally, one of the books that I absolutely love is A Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life by Sani Deva, which is a Tibetan spiritual book, and I love this book. It's just one of my top 10s right here, all time. I'll read you the cover back. It's part of philosophy, religion, and Tibetan Buddhism. In the whole of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, there is no single treatise more deeply revered or widely practiced than A Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life. Composed in the 8th century by the Indian Bodhisattva Sani Deva, it became an instant classic in the curricula of the Buddhist monastic universities of India, and its renown has grown ever since. Sani Deva's presentation of the methods to harmonize one's way of life with the Bodhisattva ideal begins with a praise of the spirit of awakening. the Bodhisattva's altruistic aspiration to achieve enlightenment for the sake of all beings. In the chapters that follow, Sandy Deva inspires the reader to cultivate each of the 6 perfections that provide the basis for the Bodhisattva way of life: generosity, ethics, patience, zeal, meditative concentration, and wisdom. This authoritative translation by Vesna A. Wallace and B. Alan Wallace is the first English rendering of the original Sanskrit that also takes into account the canonical Tibetan translation. And these guys, it says Alan Wallace, he completed a doctorate in religious studies at Stanford University. And then Vesna A. Wallace, she earned her PhD in Asian Studies from the University of California, Berkeley, and is currently a visiting scholar in the Religious Studies Department at Stanford University. She has also taught Sanskrit and comparative ethics in Indian religions at Stanford University. So, off topic, but if I had to hedge my bet, they both probably met at Stanford University. So, I definitely encourage you to check this out if you're interested in religious studies at all. This has been a wonderful year on Goodreads, and the lamplight keeps going off and on. Probably has a short, so definitely been a good year. I think my Goodreads, I actually had to increase it from 300 to 325, so I'm still trying to catch up. But thankfully, it is the 23rd of December, and the Christian holiday of Christmas will be here, in 2 days, which isn't a holiday for me. I mean, because my people do not celebrate it. But I wish you all a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And please subscribe and feel free to follow me on YouTube. I enjoy reading your comments, and you guys are the best. So I will talk to you guys before the new year, but I wish you guys a happy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Again, I'll probably do that again, but hey, whatever, right? Okay, so many blessings. I will talk to you guys later. And Auf Wiedersehen, I think is usually how I end it.